She's crafty. She's got it great. She's crafty, and she's just my type. She's crafty.
Hi, everybody. It's me. Welcome to the She's Crafty podcast. I'm Kina from Las Vegas, Nevada, and this is my podcast about my crafting. I'm not even going to say knitting now because I haven't been here since December, which I do know. Most of you that have been watching me for a while know that I work nights. It's daylight savings, not a lot of daylight. I'm anal about my videos having good color, so I haven't recorded in a while, but that's no excuse. I love it when people do podcasts and shout me out like, hey, where's She's Crafty's podcast? Thank you. Call it out. I don't give a F. Just do it because I know I have not done a podcast in a while. There are other people that have not done podcasts in a while, but I ain't like that. I am, but I'm not going to. Anyway, I have not done a show in a while. I know. This is my podcast about my crafting, mostly knitting, spinning, a lot of sewing actually, cross stitch. I have it all going on. I mean, why not just dip into every single freaking bucket and have shit all over your craft room? Anyway, whips. So my first whip is a sock from Stray Cat Socks. And I just want to show you this little thing. I'm kind of messing around with sock sacks and like DPN holders that kind of go together because doing bags all the time gets boring. So I'm trying to just come up with my own innovation and be smart as shit. So this is my project I have. This is the DPN holder. Snaps, and inside the bag is my yarn. Because sometimes I'll just be hanging out on the couch and I don't need like a huge bag. Like if you're just knitting a sock round and round on DPNs, or actually I'm cheating. This is a DPN holder, but who cares? I just bundled up my needle and stuck it in there to make my sock. Stray Cat Socks in Revolution. This is something for my husband. I thought this kind of looked like Star Wars colors, so I bought it for him. Oh my God! Stop everything! Did everyone know that the freaking Eagles won the Super Bowl? If you don't, now you know. Fly, Eagles, effing fly. We won the Super Bowl. Hello. And I have on my Eagles shirt. This is the underdog. Because every game that the Eagles played, every single announcer and every single person said we're not going to win. The points are against us. And we freaking won. For those of you who don't like football and don't understand this, I've been an Eagle fan all my life. The Eagles have never won a Super Bowl. It's always been a huge joke. Everybody's like so funny, laughing at us, saying that we don't win shit and blah, 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 blah. Well, we won this year, bitches. And it was actually like one of the best days of my life. Is that? I mean, it was. And yeah, the next day after the Super Bowl, the website that for the Eagle stuff just totally... That's Rufus, my dog. Hi, Rufy. Anyway, the next day I tried to get on the website for Eagle stuff and it was just totally like crashing and shit. And then the next day I got on there to spend all my money and bought everything that had Eagles, championship, Super Bowl, flags, cups, shot glasses, shirts, sweaters. I didn't care because this is huge. Yeah, Eagles winning the Super Bowl was everything. It was everything. Anyway, my sock project. And this is like the most boring friggin' project ever. After that, talking about that, I'm like, bleh. Anyway, yeah, just simple vanilla sock. 72 stitches on 2.25 Chigu, which I do like this. I heard a lot about these. One of the podcasters from Canada, she was just raving about these, so I've tried a couple and I do like them. They have a weird bendy thing on the needle here, which it doesn't bother me, but it's fine. So what I'll do is I'll just stick these back in the DPN holder and then snap it to the bag so I can't lose it, right? Because I'm one of those people that lose everything. And, oh, this is horrible. Yeah, back in order, I guess. My wallet got stolen at Orleans the other night. Yeah, it's totally annoying. I don't carry around a lot of cash. That's because I'll just spend it. If I have to go to the ATM, I'm not going to spend it. Kind of like the one-click buying online. I really don't need that. I don't need it easier to buy shit. Like, I need it to be a little bit harder. So I'll be like, do I really want this? I go through and get my credit card. I need that option because, yeah, anyway. The Orleans, I got my wallet stolen, and I just want to say no one gave an F that my wallet got stolen at the Orleans. The floor, nobody. The floor, which is the person that stands behind the dealer and watches them, most times acts like they're doing something, but they don't. Those are the people that really, I don't want to be rude, but floor people are for people that don't want to deal anymore, or they actually want to maybe be somebody, but most of the time it's so they can be super duper lazy. That's not all the time. Most of the time, it's because they want to be super duper lazy and not do anything. They just want to walk around and go like, yeah. Don't mention this. They're all smart and great people. I love being managed by them. They give me inspiration. Anyway, my wallet got stolen at the Orleans. And luckily I only had like $50 in it, but the problem was getting all my cards. I had to cancel my cards and go to the DMV and get a new license and everything, which was a pain in the butt. And my cute little Coach wallet got stolen, but luckily it could have been way worse. I had my phone on me, my keys were on me, which is great because I already lost one of my keys, and this is the last one. So, yeah, my wallet got stolen at the Orleans. I don't want to say, I said to the floor, my wallet just got stolen. She just looked at me and was like, and? I was like, hello, call surveillance. My freaking wallet just got stolen. And we just got at the table. It was the same dealer. That's how I know we were there. But I was guessing I put my wallet, after I took money out of my wallet to buy into the game, I put my wallet in between my legs because you can't have it on the table and I don't want to put it on my lap. So I thought I'd lose it. So anyway, I put it between my legs, and I don't know. I don't know if maybe it like fell out. That happens, you know, just all of a sudden you look down and your wallet's like, you know, about to fall out or whatever. Anyway, so it was gone. It was stolen. I know I didn't lose it because I bought into the game with my wallet and had to show my ID to the floor person, and then you know, like 20 minutes later, my friggin' wallet's gone. So, there's that. Luckily, I did have the money I had on my on the table, which was, I bought it for $100. I still had $50 on the table. So, I lost $50 in my wallet, and that's it. And a Starbucks gift card. My wallet got stolen. Am I on my whips? Yes. Anyway. This is one of my bags. A lemur one. And I didn't sell this one because I am anal about my bags, the ones that I sell. I had to rip out the stitching on the zipper, and inside, like, it got 2 little nicks on the fabric where the stitching was, and I don't want to hear any shit from anybody, so I like my stuff to be real nice and everything. Even though I did get somebody who returned one of my bags, she said she absolutely hated it. She said the drawstrings were uneven, and I just don't want to even fight over like $20 or whatever. So I told her, of course, the drawstrings were uneven. My husband's like, don't you just pull the other side and they become even? I was like, I would think you would. I mean, when I pull my drawstring for a hoodie, like, oh shit, one's up there and one's down here. Let me just pull it, and now they're even. That was like her biggest complaint, the drawstrings weren't even. I'm like, girl, just pull the other string. I don't know. I don't care. Whatever. It's not a biggie. So I have 2 socks on the needles. This is crazy. One is the Woolen Homestead. This is her yarn, Nymphadora Tonks. which I don't even know what that means, but this is it in the skein. It's gorgeous pink, and it had all these pops of color. And the one color I super duper like is this green. It's so bright and pretty. I love it. This pattern is Mina Phillips New York pattern series, and this is Grand Central, I believe. I have one done of that, and then I have a skip sock, SKYP, and the pattern is just mostly in the middle here, ribbing with this little diagonal thing here. And this yarn, here's the Woolen Homestead tag. Ain't podcasting in a while. And Nymphadora Tunks. And this green yarn, which I thought looked like Eagles yarn. Everything is Eagles, I know. I finished up my Eagle socks too. I don't have them here with me, but I can always put a picture. I'm sure I have a bunch of stuff that I tried to get out everything that I've knit or sewn or whatever and bring it out, but I know I forgot some stuff. This is Artistic Lily, and this colorway was Yarn Snob. Yarn Snob, it's called Gotta Have Socks Fingering, 80/20. So I have a skip sock, one of these done. So then what I did is, and this is a bit fiddly, I do agree, is I put 2 socks on one needle. This is my signature needle. These things are crazy expensive. I really do like them, but if you have splitty yarn, these are going to split it every time, and it's going to be a pain to knit. But otherwise, I really like them. The cord is not the greatest. I mean, it has memory and everything, but so I have 2 socks on the needles. And I have my little Good Luck 4-leaf clovers. I just picked up these little charms at Michael's and then put a lobster claw on them. Because it's March. You know, St. Patty's and all that stuff. March, I always think of green. It's my birthday month too. I'll be the big 4-0. So, anyway, I'm just going to skip through that part. When I'm done this, I'll have 2 pairs of finished socks. Mind blown. Yes. I don't know why I did one sock and then did the other. I think I was just bored. I was like, I don't want to do that. Do something different. So I thought it was a pretty good idea. It is slow going, of course. I'm not a big fan of knitting socks 2 at a time. It's just too slow for me. I don't know. All right, next. Okay, this is the blue wave hat. This is a brand new pattern. This is political, so, you know. I'm using 2 Malabrigo yarns. With Malabrigo worsted, I always have in my stash like just normal colors. Blue, red, pink, green, white. They're just normal, like most people do a basic colors of Cascade. I do Malabrigo worsted because it's my favorite worsted. It's super soft. I like working with it because it's soft in my hands. I don't like that it is pilly, but it's really warm and soft, and I really like the yarn. So it's the blue wave hat. This is just a white natural. And the blue is called like Continental. Yeah, Continental. So just Malabrigo worsted yarn. And the blue wave hat. This is how much I got of it so far. Just starting it. But when I show you the picture, you'll see what's going on. So I thought that was a good hat besides like having the pussy hats, and these would be a good hat for me to have for a while. I mean, if you're a Republican, that's fine with me. I'm not mad at people being Democrats or Republicans. I'm not mad about that. I have many friends that are Republicans, and that's just fine with me. The only thing that I'm really pissed about lately is just, you know, the regular clown show. And looks like the Republicans are backing away from that too, so way to go, guys. Keep on it. Anyway, I don't want to get political because it's just too much for me. It's just too much. I've become one of those people who don't even look at the news anymore because it just doesn't, it's not good for me. It's not good. All right. I have a pretty big project here, which I'm in the middle of a row. Why not? So fun. Leaving your project in the middle of a row. So awesome. Okay. I'll show you what I have. All these shawl lately, they're all pretty easy patterns once you figure out increases and decreases. Some of the patterns that are coming out now, I'm like, how can you even charge for that? How do you charge for a knit and one increase? Like, I can just look at it and figure out what it is. Anyway, not hating. So what I did is my own pattern, which is super simple because it's just knit and purl. I have these rainbow minis. So I start with an orange, and the orange is garter and has sparkle. I don't know if you can see it, but it has sparkle. Then I have a red, and the red I did in stockinette when I changed colors. And I'm increasing on this side and decreasing on this side. So it goes out, you know, like that. And then it gradually goes to this pinky red, which is garter. I'll show you the other colors I have. This is the one I'm working on right now. And then next, I'll try to put them in order, how I'm going here. Got purple, blue, and aqua. Kind of go to this green, then this green, then this green. I believe these are all Mothy and the Squid. And it's a 75-25. So 75 superwash merino, a 20 nylon, and a 5 stellina. And I thought I would just keep this pattern going where it's garter, and then I do stockinette when I change a color, and then I do garter, and then the next color will be stockinette, and keep going. And should be a nice, gorgeous rainbow shawl, I would think. And I have some nice texture where we've changed stitches. Bye-bye. This is in one of these huge Valentine bags I made for myself. Because I spoil myself with my sewing. This was one of the Valentine's bags I made also. I'm not crazy about these drawstrings, but they do the trick. On the end here, does anybody know what I should do with these on the ends? I mean, it's fine to me. They're kind of frayed like this, but I don't know. Some people might be getting their panties in a bunch. That their drawstrings, the end of them are all frayed. Well, don't unknot it and the rest of it won't get frayed. Let's go to finished objects. Alright, finished objects. I have a bunch. I really got on this brioche kick with the beginners brioche cow that came out by Lavinia Petrosella, I believe. But I have two already made. And I'm loving this for my hand spun, which this yarn is. The under yarn is Malabrigo Mecca. But this really bright, pretty, pinkily purple yarn is my hand spun. And I'm just loving these cows. I mean, they're so pretty and they're very stretchy, and my hair is out of control. I know, I just washed it. And I'm gonna straighten it later, but as of right now, I just trying to keep it where I don't touch it too much and it gets like an afro. So this was my hand spun that I did, and it was like a bulky worsted. So I just put it in here, and you know, this cow is supposed to be big and stretchy anyway, so it doesn't even matter if you use a worsted or a worsted bulky. It calls for a bulky. But it looks really freaking cool. The other one I did with two Mecca from Malabrigo. I'm sorry I forget the colorways of this. I might have mentioned it somewhere on my Instagram. But this one was so pretty, and I think I might have some more yarn of these colors to get like mitts or something going. Which behind scarves, mitts, I don't know why I hate making them. I don't know why, but I just do. Oh, this looks so pretty on camera. Woo! Girl, stallion. And these were so easy. If you're new to brioche, you've never done it before, this is a good way to start because these were so easy. Once you get the hang of it, you're just zooming through, and they're fun. You would think they'd go super fast because they're bulky. They do go fast, but not as fast as I would think. They, because with brioche, you're actually, to complete one row, you have to complete 2 rows. So each thing is double. This is, I know I took a picture on Instagram, but I want to show it on the podcast. This is my Free Year Fade by Andrea Mallory. The colors are on my Ravelry page. I used all one dyer. I believe it was Black Cat Fibers. I know this color, the green, or the orange, is vitamin C. This one was called like something like Can You Breathe or Oxygen or something. And I don't know, I forget. But this was a great pattern. And this is, after I finished this one, I wanted to cast on the neon right away because I knew the increases for this, which were pretty simple. They're like for any shawl that's in this shape. So this was a fun knit. I really liked it. It reminded me of the West knit shawl that I really liked, Dotted Rays. This was a really relaxing knit. I really enjoyed it. I made a bunch of hats because, I love making hats. The first one is a sock head hat in ethereal fibers. Look at her yarn, it's so gorgeous. And this is one of her cashmere base, one of her autocorrect cashmeres. This sock head hat, everybody knows it's an easy hat with sock yarn. Just kind of make it kind of slouchy. Kelly's MCN is just one of my favorite yarns to buy. Whenever she has it up, I know it's super soft. I really just like that base. It's real pretty and soft. This is actually another one of Kelly's. Kelly from Ethereal Fibers. This is one of her autocorrect. This is just the regular sock Nebula, I believe. And this is what the ball looked like. And I made my husband a hat. He loves these lightweight hats for the desert, when we go to the beach, when he walks the dogs, things like that. The dog. Yeah. I've made so many hats out of sock weight. I just kind of, judging by what kind of pattern I'm using, this is 6x2. I just try to do the numbers like between 120 and 130 on a 2.5. I mean, basically for sock yarn hats, it's the ribbing, you'll be okay. It's not that, you don't need to know exact numbers. Just figure out what kind of pattern you want to do and make it work between numbers that are going to work. It's okay. I made a bunch of these. This was Destination Yarn in Pittsburgh at night. My husband is from Pittsburgh. He's a Steeler fan, Penguins fan, all those fans. And it's all black and yellow, which is nice for Pittsburgh. All their teams are the same color. So this is actually the Bayfront hat. The pattern is a pay pattern, and I really like the decreases on it. They're pretty cool. Those were my knitting whips. I do want to show you something before I get into my sewing whips, was these awesome frigging mittens that someone made me. They're made out of hand spun. Look how bright and beautiful they are. They're so warm too. I'm going to London. Well, I'm supposedly, hopefully going to London in October for the Eagles. The Eagles are playing the Jaguars in London this year. Every year, NFL team plays in Europe to try to boost European watchers, I think. But yeah, I'm going to need warm stuff, I believe, because I've never been to Europe. I've never been to London, and I hear it's cold and dreary. So these happy, bright mitts will make me like super warm and all like woohoo. And it's nice I didn't have to make them. So yeah, gorgeous hand spun mitts. If you guys have hand spuns laying around, this looks like a worsted to Aran bulky weight. And see, more stuff you can do with your hand spun. I am one of those people, too, that have a bunch of hand spun and don't know what to do with it. But now I'm figuring out things to do with it. The brioche is a big deal. Now mitts, hats. I like making hats out of hand spun, but sometimes they look a little bit funky. Anyway, not that my hand spun's funky. Sometimes it really is. Alright, sewing whips. So I made, you know, I always just make stuff so I have it. So if there's gifts or something, or I ever join a swap or anything like that, I have them. So I made the little tea cozy things. Aren't they cute? Put your little tea bags in here, and I stick little packets of those honey, like they come in little squares. The honey goes in there. So I put the honey and tea in there, and it's ready for work. Stick them in my bag, and my tea bag doesn't get all squished and everything. I interface them with like a quilting, not anything too sturdy. I just don't like using sturdy interfacing. It's really not fun to work with. So I have 2 of these. Oh, and the lady that returned my bag, this is the fabric that it was, and she said she hated it. She said it was dull. I don't know. My husband said maybe she's one of those people, just nothing is ever nice. Which I know one of those people, and it's so annoying to go with somebody someplace that just complains about everything and nothing is ever good enough. I don't know where these people come from or how these people are raised, but it's like, it's really friggin' annoying. And then the other one I made out of this really pretty bright shell pattern that I had. I made a huge bag out of it, and someone bought it and said she just loved it and everything. I'm really happy about that because the print was just so gorgeous. And then with the pretty seashell print, I also made 4 of these coasters. I made these coasters for us at home too, and I love them because there's no drippage. You know, a lot of times coasters will get stuck to the bottom of my cup, and the cup ends up breaking, or the thing ends up falling off of it or something. So I like these. I do a soft interfacing in them so it soaks up whatever liquids. But just like gifts, I was thinking these would be for Mother's Day though. I'm already thinking about Mother's Day. I have another pack of some pretty fabric that I had. Just put some glitter dots on the back. No, I never like to throw anything away. I have scraps of fabric that just ready to be made. But these are just like small 5x5, so it's good for scraps of fabric, especially the inside of the tea cozies. Alright, something else I've been working on. I don't know how this is going to go, but yarn bowls are a big thing, and when I'm knitting socks, a lot of times I'll just take the sock and the ball. I don't need, you know, the whole bag and everything. So I just made these little sock sacks. This one's actually big enough for worsted, but they just have snaps on them. So you just put your, you know, ball yarn in there and snap it up so the ball doesn't fall out, and you're ready to just knit. Really pretty batik fabric. I really like batik. I like the process of it. I did some of it in art classes I had taken a long time ago, and it was just really fun to work with wax and color and dyeing and things like that. It was a fun process. I've been working on making box bags. I haven't made one yet that I'm happy with. Which, this one I'm happy with, but I'm still working on the finishing. Because on these box bags, you can see the inside. And even though this one isn't too bad, I'm just really anal about selling stuff that even has just a little bit of something, because people having an Etsy shop sometimes is not easy. I mean, I really take pride in everything I make, and I love everything I make, and when people, like that one bad review I had or whatever, I didn't have a review, but she like commented, sent me a conversation about that bag, how much she just hated it. I was like, really killed my vibes, kind of. So I really like this one. I'm probably going to put this in my Christmas box, so. And then I have one with this fabric. And the reason why I didn't sell this one is because the tag, I don't know if I was having a moment or what. Like, this usually has a hoop in it. I ended up sewing them together. I don't know why I did that. Ugh. Just like sometimes I do stuff like that. I'm like, what are you doing? I don't know. It's just, once it's already sewed on there, it's over. So this will go in my Christmas box for friends, because friends don't complain. I'm working with this cool material. It's super loud. It reminds me of a Barbie outfit I once had. Like gem or something like that. I don't know. Like the material. It's holographic. It's really cool. I forgot to stick the handle on this bag, and that's why I'm not selling it. Yeah. The inside of this fabric's pretty just boring. But I do like the look of these. They're pretty freaking cool. Nice and durable, too. These would be great cosmetic bags. This is another material that's a little bit difficult to work with. It's very stiff, and it holds memory if you bend it and things like that. So I try not to do that, because this one's a good one. Otter bags. I have otter bags in the shop. Just 2. Because I just got some little fat quarters to play with for these otters. And inside I just try to coordinate the colors. I think this one's blue inside. It coordinates with the handle. So the inside and then the handle match. These are pretty big. This one's like shawl size. Hats, mittens. And I have one lemur bag in there. And then I'm working on more of these sets. I have a DPN and a sock bag set. So, I'm putting this one in a Christmas box. I'm not going to sell it. I don't know. I'm already working on holidays, trying to get a leg up. Get on my level! I have been buying things. I don't know why, because I do not need any more things. But, Jade from So Perfect Pearls, she has her own podcast. I got some things from her. She just started her Etsy shop and went to show her some support. So I'm going to pimp some of her stuff. And she's being really professional, like with all the plastic wrap and all that. I mean, yay you, girlfriend. Crinkling, yeah. So Perfect Pearls. This was a braid I got from her of fiber. It's called Frozen. It's 80% merino and 20% bamboo. Some gorgeous mint colors in there and blues. I'm very partial to blue. I really like blue, and I like pink, purple. Whenever you see me buying something, I always go for the blue, and I'm trying to stop that. I'm trying to, you know, go out of my comfort zone. She has some sock sets. Dogs being weird. She had some sock sets that were complementary colors. This one's called Cupid. It's a 75-25 merino nylon. Really pretty pinks. So gorgeous. And And I bought a self-striping yarn from her. And the colors are really pretty. It's like a cream, a mint, kind of taupey, a gray, and a very dark kind of brownish black. This one's called Spring Cleaning. It's a pearl sock. That's what her sock base is called. And it's a 75-25, 460 yards. And I just really love this mint color. It's really pretty. So, this was nicely wound, but it rolled around on the floor and I ended up having to rewind it, and I'm not as good as you, Jade. It's really pretty and perfect when it came. I already have it in a project bag that I made out of that crazy material. Just put some jean on it. It kind of reminds me of like the 80s. Fun. I started a sock, actually, on 2.5, and I need a 2.25 for your sock yarn. So, I am starting that soon. I have a Leading Men Fiber Arts Sour Apple Gradient Set. I've never bought anything from them before. And greens. Very pretty. See, trying to go out of the blue zone. I'm in green zone now. Very pretty. And I have a warm color set from Black Cat Fibers. These are not my colors at all, but I saw the set and it looks so pretty when she had them all laid out nice. I don't have them laid out nice, but these are the colors. They're very warm, all to me colors. Very pretty. I think this will make a gorgeous shawl. I don't know what pattern to come up with yet. If you guys have an idea for this, I was thinking the dotted rays, but I don't want to make the same pattern twice, but this would look great for that. All the gradient sets, I'm just like, dotted rays. I cannot do that. I need to find something else. If you guys have any ideas on other patterns I can use these for. This one, how many? 92 yards and 20 grams. Of these ones, and then this one total is 600 yards. So figure out a project for me. Spinning, I have a little bit of spinning of my own. I just did a knitting color. Her color, she called it Spring Bean. It's a merino tencel. Very gorgeous. I thought this would be great for a brioche project, you know, this bright silky green with a dark color. How pretty would that be? I got worsted, a little bit heavy worsted in some spots. That's the way my yarn usually is. It's either a straight worsted or worsted Aran. Very pretty, silky, shiny colors. I like to spin merino and bamboo or merino and tencel. I just like the way those spin. I like the way the fiber feels. It's really soft on your hands, and the result, I mean, come on, it's gorgeous. And I think that's all the stuff I have to show. Look, my hair is just... I'm becoming one of those people that look at themselves and fuck with their hair and stuff, and I hate that shit. It drives me insane, but I just really want to get a podcast out because I haven't podcasted in forever and I miss everybody and I'm starting to lose touch with people, and it seems like all the podcasts I watch, like all of them haven't done a podcast in a while either. Are we all in the same slump? Is the winter like taking advantage of us or something? I don't know. Taking advantage of us. That was a weird, no, that was not the wording. It's the, I don't even want to go there. Are we in the winter blues or something? I don't know. I just don't like daylight savings time. I like it when the sun's out all the time. Sun gives me energy. I need it. End of the month, I'm the big 4-0. Going on a trip in a couple weeks. I'll be March Madness the next week and be really busy at work. I've been dealing with some really big celebrities at work too. Like real ones. Like ones I actually know who they are. And ones that are like, if you mention them, you'd be like, really? Like, yeah. I can't say who because we're not allowed to talk about that stuff, but big celebrities. It was pretty cool. And then I'm looking at him on TV, I'm like, I know that guy. He was super duper drunk at my table and making a fool out of himself. Other than that, we just got our floors done. They're very nice gray tile now, and no more carpet except for in my knitting room and in my husband's room. I'm not sure what to do with these floors yet. Part of me wants a nice carpet in it to be nice and snuggly and warm and in my room, and then part of me wants a tile just because it's easier to clean up. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. Do you guys prefer carpet in your craft rooms, or do you prefer tile? Like, what's easier for me to keep up with? Because that's the big deal. Because I like to do less cleaning, more crafting. I bought a Roomba for the tile floor, so now the Roomba can go all through our whole living area and our bedroom, and it can go over carpet, but I don't put it in these rooms. But yeah, so now I don't even have to vacuum anymore. After the Roomba's done, I can just mop up. Why do you even care? Who cares? Anyway, I have a Roomba. What am I watching on TV? The Bachelor. Did everybody watch that? They're like saying it was big surprise ending, never been seen before. If you haven't watched The Bachelor yet, the ending, this is a spoiler alert. So just turn it off and then come back on, I don't know, a few minutes. So the Bachelor picked one chick, and then later on, like a few weeks later, broke up with her and went back with the other chick, which is a big surprising moment, but it wasn't like a ton of drama or anything. I was waiting to see, like, I don't know, something else happen. And the crazy part about it is the chick that he picked, that he then broke up with, her ex came back to get her and said that he wanted to marry her and stuff. And he was smoking hot. Like, I would have been like, hell yeah, I'll go with you. Because he was way better looking than The Bachelor. Like, way better looking. Like, super duper hot. Yeah, I would have dumped The Bachelor and went back with that guy. And now, she's already embarrassed that guy on TV. So, he ain't going to take her back. Man, that sucks. I'll tell you, he was smoking hot. People were even making a big stink online saying he should be the next Bachelor. He should. Watching Bates Motel. The end of the series finally came out on Netflix. I can watch that. Me and my husband are watching Survivor and just finished up Amazing Race. Homeland is back on. The Office, I throw it on when I'm crafting because it's something familiar, just something I can listen to. And my husband's watching Altered Carbon, and he says it's really great, but it's really sci-fi. So for those of you who like sci-fi, Altered Carbon on Netflix. And Housewives, of course. Erica Jane, get your own show already, because I don't give a F about anybody else but you on the show. Housewives of New York has always been my favorite, but Beverly Hills has been a favorite of mine. Orange County has been a favorite of mine, but they are really slacking. I mean, it's just not good. And Atlanta hasn't been good in a while either, if anybody cares. I really like New York. New Jersey, I feel like they are really reaching. Nobody likes each other, so they keep on having to change up the characters all the time, and it's just a pain. So yeah, that's watching. And not much else. I mean, I'm trying to get back home to visit family eventually. I just haven't been able to. And with the holidays and everything, just working, crafting, and just doing stuff around the house finally. And things like that. I don't know why. We've been in the house for 6 years, and we've done renovations here and there, but now we've really got into it. I don't know what has changed, but we're all about like redoing the whole house right now. My kitchen doesn't have a backsplash, but it'll be in, and once the backsplash goes into the kitchen is totally finished. It's a total remodel of that, and it feels good. Yeah, so I've missed everybody, and tell me what you guys are up to, and I hope you enjoyed the podcast. I know I did a lot of rambling and things like that, but I miss everybody. I want to see what everybody's doing, and I just want to keep relevant, what I'm working on, because I love to talk to people about my projects, and I love to hear about you guys' projects. And that's it. So I hope you enjoyed it. Happy crafting.